Friends, how's it going? It's December 8th, Sunday. The market will be opening back up Monday. The Feds will be talking this week, so we'll see what happens. But let's kind of break down. I see a lot of people asking, and I'm kind of asking the same question here myself. It's not like I have like a Ouija board here where I know what's coming. That may not have been the right thing to say. We'll say just magic ball, okay? I don't want to get weird here. But how far back are we going to see? Are we going to see a pullback here in SoundHound and BBAI? And what can we expect with the market this week? So, like I said, I am kind of expecting at least one last good move in the market this week. It's the last 2 weeks in December. Personally, I am thinking that we might have some pullback in this market where we see just kind of the market go like, there. Because of all, people are going to need money. They're going to need capital. They're going to be selling their bags. They're going to be selling some earnings. They're going to be getting their taxes right for, upcoming year, for this past year. So, that's usually the situation, what we see in the market towards the end of the year. And that's okay. That's to be expected. But January obviously is the big behemoth numbers we're expecting here with the market, with what Trump's coming in here. So with that, let's kind of break this down right now. Here's the Trump dance. If I don't do a Trump dance, people are like, what are you doing? What are you doing here? And obviously I put a poll up asking people, what do you think if you could put, if you could put $1,000 in SoundHound or BBAI? The majority of you said SoundHound. I just want to see what were the feelers out there. And I honestly, personally, I think that's the right move there. But that, I'm not talking junk about BBAI. I'll explain. If you haven't heard me yap about it, I'll explain kind of where I'm at with that stock. So with that conversation, let's just kind of start into SoundHound here. Let's start into SoundHound, but we're kind of going to talk about them both here. So this little graph right here. So, and by the way, here's something else. I get a lot of comments, people asking me, what do I do for retirement? What ETFs, what stocks do I buy for the long term, where I'm just going to hold them to like I'm a little old man. This is them right there. GEPI, that's the GRNY. That's a brand new one. Tom Lee made that one. Look at Tesla's in that. There's a few big heavy hitters in that one. Brand new. That's going to get expensive very fast. DIVO, SCHD, which that one just had a split. But those are heavy hitters in the ETF sector with dividends, all that. And then on the other side, Palantir, Nvidia, Tesla, even Palantir, I just use those as long-term plays where I have a set amount where I bought those early on, and who knows what I'll do with those in the future. But then I just, like with a Roth IRA, I just had those stocks in there where I just put X amount of money in them on a weekly, monthly basis, and they just sit there and grow, because I know even Tesla and Nvidia, there's still so much more to come here with those stocks, okay, and especially Palantir. So they're kind of just like to help push up at a faster rate with my retirement. So that's kind of that. Moving on, I just want to put that out there because a lot of people ask me nonstop. So talking about SoundHound here, I'm going to talk more probably about BBAI, but SoundHound in particular, kind of where I'm at with SoundHound is we've had massive growth. We've had beautiful, massive growth, but we're looking for a pullback at this point. And I think everyone's in the same boat right now. Now, to say that SoundHound is going to keep going to a $20 mark, I fully expect SoundHound's going to $20 here in 2025. I'm drinking the juice. I'm totally with you here. You're like, I'm there. I just don't think it's going to be at this moment. And here's the thing. I honestly don't even want SoundHound to go to $20 like in the next week or two. I don't think it's going to personally, because that would just be insane growth. But I don't want it to, because with this huge, massive pull up, there's going to be a lot of sell off. There's going to be a lot of, the higher it goes, the more people are going to get scared, and they're going to sell more, and it's going to fall back more. So pullback here is healthy. Pullback's good. So I would love, and I'm thinking that SoundHound here this week, if we could see a pullback to around $11, $10, that would be fantastic. I would take $9. To be honest, I think a lot of us were begging for it to go to $9. We may get that. We may get a little more than that. But if SoundHound pulls back here to like $11 to $10, wow, that's phenomenal. That's great. Why is that so great? Because I know a lot of us were in here buying SoundHound at $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, $11, $12. So still, you're in some very big profit range. If not, you're right over the cusp of where profit is available to you. So listen, we see pullback this week. It's a blessing. Okay. We've had our fun. We've had our movement. what it's just, you're wanting to see just the progression of push up, pull back for a little bit, slight move up again, and then a pullback, and then a huge pull up. That's kind of the progression we've been seeing here in SoFi, Palantir especially, but healthy, good stocks that we know are going deep into some big, deep numbers here into 2025. So SoundHound here, like I said, I don't want to sound like a broken record because I've talked about it so much, but essentially with SoundHound here, I'm expecting SoundHound to double, triple their quarterlies here in 2025. They've already, this isn't like something I'm just making up here. They've already come out and like put a press statement on this. Like they're like, hey, here's the numbers we're expecting to do this. Okay, so this is very good for SoundHound and for you as an investor. And here's the other thing too. I'll put this up here too. I was going to save this for BBAI, but so you see right here, I have Palantir, and then right under is BBAI. Very similar situation, what's going on there in the AI realm. But over here with NVIDIA and SoundHound, NVIDIA has invested a lot into SoundHound, and people keep putting these two together because NVIDIA has invested so much money with SoundHound. But Palantir and BB, they have a relationship. They've worked with each other. They talk. They know each other. They're neighbors, and they kind of do a little bit of the same thing out there in the domain. Palantir, of course, way ahead of the game. I mean, they could just buy BigBear.ai here if they wanted to, and the same with NVIDIA. They could just buy SoundHound, but we don't think they're going to. There's no need for them to, and honestly, I don't think they want to. It's not in the realm right now. So with that, you have Palantir, who is, very expensive, still a lot of wiggle room, meat left on the bone of growth. You have NVIDIA, as crazy as it may be to say this, there's still a lot that's going to come here with NVIDIA, their Blackwell chip. Quarterlies continue to rise. NVIDIA is going to be $180 to $200 stock here again before we know it, okay? And probably within the next 4 to 5 years, we could see another split in NVIDIA. NVIDIA has a whole track record history of splits. That's just the thing here. So SoundHound, SoundHound's capturing a lot of new deals. It's capturing a lot of the FOMO and zeitgeist, and that's a lot what's driving the price right now. Is that going into this new year, we know that the AI market is going to grow significantly. I mean, just crazy growth. So investors, they're looking for opportunities, and they're finding it right now. And SoundHound is right in that conversation right now. Do not kid yourself about that. So friends, I'm looking for a pullback to like $11 to $9. We'll say somewhere in that range. I think you're totally safe. Now, like I said, these last 2 weeks in the market, I don't know what they're going to do. And the Feds will be talking this week. And Trump actually just came out with an interview. I think it came out last night, where he said he does not plan on firing Jerome Powell. He likes Jerome. Everything seems like it's going to work out. So we should see the rate cuts continue here and push into a good market. Inflation reports we're suspecting to continue to rise here little by little. So we'll see how the market reacts to that. Okay, I think everyone's on the same mind wavelength right here, where we know January is going to be big. Okay, so I would not be just caught off guard to see the market have a huge dump here the last 2 weeks of December, Christmas time, and then the money comes right back in even bigger here going into Trump's inauguration. That's kind of where my mind is thinking things are going to happen here. So you may have opportunity to have these, SoundHound may, in Palantir, NVIDIA, BBA, may have some huge shares let go here to where the stock falls to a nice little price here coming up. But that's kind of SoundHound. Like I said, I've talked so much about SoundHound. Let's go right into BBAI. Okay, here's the thing with BBAI. I always have to say this with this stock, because if I don't want people to come back on me and be upset. So here's the bullet points with BBAI, and you've heard me say this, but I'm just going to say it again. Listen, I am investing in this stock, okay? I have money in the game. I'm continuing to buy BBAI, BigBear.ai. Am I expecting this stock to make me incredibly rich this year? No. What I am trying to do with this stock right now is I'm trying to catch a position. I'm trying to build a low position in this stock for 2026, where I could see this stock really getting somewhere, or by the end of next year in 2025. Take a big breath here. Okay. My goal, if BBAI, BigBear.ai here did one thing this year, I would be, a few things, but one major thing here to wrap it all up, I would be totally happy. A of all, start to eat off a lot of their debt, maybe 2/3 of their debt, which they have quite a bit, to eat it away. Second of all, capture some bigger military contracts here with the United States, or some sort of big contracts here. They need more, and we're going to talk about that. And, A of all, C, ABC here, just to end the year out at a $5 to $6 range on stock price, because I'm going to be buying up till $5 here with BBAI. So with that conversation, now, here's what I think more than likely is going to come. Here's my Jim Cramer moment, because now that what I'm going to say, probably the complete opposite is going to happen. I do suspect this stock will sell off to around the $2.50 to $2 range here. I do suspect that, okay? Because we've had a run here in AI. We've had a run, BBAI has gotten a lot of attention here because of the whole, there's been a lot of articles released. We're talking about, Big Bear, Palantir, being friends, working together, all that kind of stuff. And that's brought a lot of attention to the stock. Good, great, grant. Everybody knows about it now, okay? That's why it's getting a little expensive here. It was, 3 weeks ago, this was a $2 stock. Now it's almost $4, so it's doubled in price. But I do suspect there will be sell-off here. I know that this could not work out, okay? With BBAI, this is not me telling you to buy this stock because it's going to make you incredibly rich. I'm not telling you that at all. What I am this is not a SoundHound conversation, okay? SoundHound, we can see the future, we see where the roads are going. It looks like things are really moving along. And SoundHound's so specific in what it does. It's capturing that the bread and butter of what it does. What it needs in AI. Just like Palantir has a specific road. So with this situation with BBAI, and I put some things up here so you can read it. 2025 could be great for the stock right now. So, and here's kind of some things right now where you can see money-wise. But like I said, the company has one big contract, military contract, okay? Now, I could see something where Palantir and BBAI really start to work together. You could see Palantir come in and say, hey, we're going to invest huge amounts of money, somewhat like an NVIDIA SoundHound thing happened. We're just thinking here, we're just projecting our thoughts out here. This is what you do. Like I said, being an investor is like being a detective. You got to kind of just piece things together here. The main thing here I do want to say is that I don't know that this is going to work with BigBear.ai in 2025. I do suspect in the long run, as the company continues to grow here, this could be a nice, area of growth, something very special for you in the coming years. But the company, they need to make a lot more money. They need bigger contracts. They really need to pay off some debt. They've got a lot of stuff they've got to get covered here in 2025. So this isn't like a stock that I'm putting money in right now where I'm going like, oh yeah, this is going to make me really rich here in 2025. No. This is something I'm going like 2026, 2027, things keep moving along here, and the company is making headway. They are. This could be something real special here. Maybe by the end of 2025, maybe I could have 500 shares. Maybe I could have 1,000 shares. Maybe I could have 5,000 to 10,000 shares of this company, okay? With it, if it stays under $5, okay? If it stays under $10, who knows? Maybe that could happen, okay? Now, with that conversation, the pullback in price. I personally do suspect that this stock will have mass pullback to around 220, 280, somewhere in the $2 range, okay? Because I just don't, it's hard for me to imagine the stock is going to go past $5 right now. If it does, it's totally FOMO. It's totally just people not wanting to miss out, and I totally get that. But there will come a day here with BBAI where the price will reset a little bit here, and people that have been buying in at this $3 range here, and some change, I don't want you to get mad. I was saying this like a week ago, where I was saying like, hey, I would be careful how high I'm buying in right now with BBAI. This isn't a situation where you're looking at this like to really mature into like double-digit numbers right now. The numbers aren't there right now with this company, okay? They're just not there. We're suspecting and we're hoping and we're watching closely that is coming here in 2025. But right now, it's a very young company, very young stock. And listen, This is how people become rich in the market. You take chances. That's what I'm doing. I'm putting money in BigBear.ai right now because I'm taking a chance that this company is going to be able to pull off a fantastic year. And I want to get ahead of the news. I want to get ahead of the FOMO. I want to get ahead of it taking over the zeitgeist. And that's kind of, I'm missing it right now because it's kind of getting out there. But I do suspect there will be sell-off here, okay? So I hope everyone hears what I'm trying to say right now. I'm not trying to talk junk about BBAI. I'm putting money in it, for God's sakes, but I do want you to be aware, like, their future isn't like solidified at this point. This isn't like a Palantir where they have just like tons and tons and tons of billion-dollar contracts, government contracts. Nvidia has, enough money to buy a solar system, and then you have SoundHound here, who's just doing very well. The next few years of their company is pretty much, that they know what they're going to be doing here, money-wise. So something like that. So friends, yes, I'm suspecting we will see pullback this week. I think a lot of us are hoping. But the big thing here, especially with SoundHound, is be careful how much you're waiting for it to pull back. I would not be shocked to see SoundHound keep a $9 to a $14 range here. I would be very careful, like if you're saying, like, because I've already seen people talking about this and commenting, saying like SoundHound's going back to $4 to $5. I would be very careful with that mindset, okay? Because you will miss some opportunity. If SoundHound falls to $8 to $7 here, you better consider it a blessing from God, because I personally will be like shoveling money into SoundHound at that price, okay? Because I know it's coming. This $10 to $14 range that we've seen here just in the past days, this is but what a taste. This is just a taste of what is coming here in 2025 with SoundHound. Do not kid yourself. SoundHound is but one huge deal away from running to crazy numbers, okay? Think of it like that. Just like a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago at this point, when SoFi came out with that $2 billion deal situation, and the stock just went bang overnight, $4 rise, and now it's continuing to rise. SoFi is going to be a $20 stock before we know it. That is what SoundHound is waiting for. But I'm going to say this: I think SoundHound could be even better growth stock. I think it'd be even better growth stock than SoFi because it has so much attached to it. It has Nvidia attached to it. It has a bigger avenue where it can go. So friends, with all that said, I want to wish you all the best of luck. I will talk to you tomorrow. We will continue to talk about these, and take care of yourself. Bye everyone.